Falana urged government to stop mobilizing youth to disrupt protest. Wazobia FM, other journalists attacked as protests turned violent in Kano. Others. Police on red alert following death of officer amid violent protest. And on the foreign scene, President Biden received U.S. citizens freed in Russia prisoner swap. I'm Ifechukwumoyelu with the news.
For LGA.
You're welcome back. Now, as the nationwide protest against bad governance and hunger entered the second day today, some human rights activists in Port Harcourt have vowed to continue till the last day. Speaking to correspondent Yobiorowari from the protest ground yesterday, rights activist Clifford Solomon said he expects more people to join the protest for the planned 10 days.
The most important thing is that we defy their threats. We are here to demand for good governance. We want President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to rejig the economy, to revamp our economy, create job opportunities. We demand that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should revamp our economy, create job opportunities, and every other thing to come to play for the betterment of for Nigerians. There is no amount of intimidation that will make this number reduce. Rather, we will swell in our numbers like rice being put in the pot.
Other rights activists, including Andy Motive and Port Harcourt-based entertainer K.O. Baba, also said the protests need to continue.
The word peaceful protest is an aberration because the word protest in and of itself is peaceful. Therefore, we do not understand why they will want to color it. Nigeria indeed must work. Nigeria must work for every one of us. Today, Nigeria is not working essentially because of misgovernance.
We are just saying that the people are hungry. The emphasis is on the following factors. There is food crisis. The masses cannot afford food. We don't even have self-sufficiency. You are closing borders and bringing all kinds of policies that are not favorable. The masses are saying we can't afford fuel. We don't even have power. The masses are telling you that a lot is happening in the system that is not okay. So what the government should do is to listen to the masses.
Yesterday, our correspondent observed fewer people and vehicles on the street of Port Harcourt, with many businesses, including shops along major roads, closed. The usually busy River State Judiciary Complex was locked and banks operated skeletally, while a few customers were seen at ATM stands. Some traders who did open for business said they had low patronage.
In a good direction. Our business is not going on, but it is in a good direction. We pray that the government will listen to them. Today, I don't have any customer. I just come and do one or two things that I left in the office, but there is no customer that came in here today. But the road is so dry, nobody comes around.
It's affecting everybody. Me, I'm a businesswoman. Since 2019 was the last time I was able to go to China for my business. Till now, I cannot go because no capital again. The Naira has been devalued to the extent that our capital has gone. Disappeared.
Just that I noticed that there's nothing much. That's why I come and open my shop. Some closed, some open, but me, I feel nothing about it.
Our correspondent Mekontoka reports that the protesters marched from Pleasure Park along Aba Road and made a stopover at the Federal Secretariat GRA Junction before arriving at the Government House. The police also provided them with protection. Some of them spoke on their demands.
Nigerians are angry about what the government policies at the time is. There is hardship in the land. There is so much hunger. There is frustration. Nothing is working. We have crude oil and yet we don't have functional refinery. Now we have a functional refinery. There is no crude oil. This country is being milked by the so-called elite leaders and the masses are tired.
The reason why I'm here to support my comrades is because things are very, very difficult. Imagine you can't buy egg. Egg is 200 now. How much is rice? How much is bread? How much that be to get here? So we need a change.
Now we dey eat now 001. A dozen of this are 9,500 naira. May God save us.
Very wicked government. You cannot be suffering every time. Very wicked government. It cannot happen again. Enough is enough.
Another set of protesters visited the Wazobia Info FM complex demanding the resignation of President Bola Tinubu.
The message I want to send to the president and his cabinet, more especially Ababio that came on air to tell the Nigerians that Nigerians can go and protest while he's sitting in his house, in his fellow eating the best food. That is not the right statement for a Senate president, the top citizen of this nation to make. All I was trying to tell them that they should give us a better life in this nation.
The press is not asking the right questions. I have come here, okay, I am protesting. The problem we all know is hardship. The president knows his hardship. What is leading to this hardship? What is the root cause? Subsidy. Put back the subsidy first. That's the main issue we are having right now. Put back the subsidy. Automatically, it will affect pump price. Automatically, drivers will reduce price of transportation. Automatically, traders will regulate their district. That's, I think.
In the meantime, federal and state governments have been advised to address the demands of the protesters to prevent further disruptions of economic activities and security across the country. Speaking on Channels Television, senior advocate of Nigeria Femi Falana said the government must stop mobilizing youth to disrupt rallies and rather engage with the protesters.
Necessary lessons from what happened today. First of all, is the need for the government, and I'm not talking of the federal government alone, to learn to move speedily to douse tension in the country, to learn to engage people, as I did suggest a couple of weeks ago. Like some of us who said we didn't know who the organizers of the protest were or are, the State Security Service claimed to know them. And so once they have been identified, what the government should have done was to engage them.
He also commended the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara for addressing protesters yesterday.
And in the entire country today, I think it was only in Rivers State, where the governor came out, Governor Fubara, to address the crowd. And for the young people, you could see it on television. They felt substantially fulfilled that at least somebody was listening to them and somebody was assuring them that their complaints will be attended to. And that should happen all over the place.
Also, spokesperson of the Labour Party in Rivers State, Gogo Wellington, said the government can only stop the protest by addressing the demands of the protesters.
Because as it is right now, the common man has no place. The common man has been displaced from the equation of Nigeria. When you set minimum wage to reflect the level of high-handedness of our leaders, the extent that the minimum wage cannot reflect the correct living standard of the people. So we want a government that will be in tune with the demands and the lifestyle of the people. A government that has the people at heart. A government that will make policies that are people-friendly. A government that will make policies that are reflective of the current state of things.
Addressing protesters in front of the government house yesterday, Governor Fubara called for patience with the government and commended them for a peaceful demonstration.
I am one of you. I feel your pain. And in our own government here, we are doing everything to make life easy for our people. But you see, this particular protest that we are doing now, our only worry is that we know that a lot of people are planning to take advantage of this protest to destroy our state. But we will not allow it. I want to thank you for being peaceful. I will support you. Before you leave here, I will give you small thing, at least to take by pure water bread.
Now, still on the protest, the Inspector General of Police Kayode Agbetoku has placed all units on red alert after a policeman was killed on duty during the nationwide protest yesterday. Speaking at a briefing in Abuja, the IGP said some of his men were also injured and police stations raised by hoodlums who disguised as protesters. Meanwhile, hoodlums attacked and vandalized the branded vehicle carrying 2 reporters and a driver from Wazobia FM near the Kano State Government House yesterday. Another bus carrying 11 journalists from various media houses, including Channels Television, was also attacked along the Sokoto Road in Kano. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, Kano Council, has condemned the attack, noting that no protester should intimidate or abuse others. These attacks also raised concerns about press freedom and the safety of journalists covering public events in Nigeria. The End Bad Governance protest turned violent in Kano, Borno, Yobe, and Nasarawa State, among other 32 states of the Federation and the FCT, where rampaging hoodlums burned vehicles and looted warehouses and private stores. Curfews have been imposed in those states. Now, as you may know, the nationwide protest against economic hardship, which was spread on social media, started yesterday and is scheduled to last till 10th of August. Still to come, Meta threatens to exit Nigeria over FCCPC $220 million fine. Stay with us.
Attack by Local 2020.
Of local government area, Darlington Orji is welcoming Governor Siminalayi Fubara to Ikwere for the 60 million naira cash empowerment program and the sharing of President Bola Tinubu's palliatives today at State School 2, Alo, by 12 noon. A statement by the chairman organizing committee for the disbursement, Dennis Amadi, said the CTC chairman will also present operation vehicles to the police divisions in the area. The statement said the gesture is aimed at eradicating poverty in the area. Moving on, the CTC chairman of Omoma Local Government Area, Promise Reginald, has charged the Federated Union of Omoma Students worldwide to organize their union so that he can start paying bursary. Now, the CTC chairman said this when the Omoma students paid him a courtesy call.
government, we are fighting every day to ensure that we bring back Omoma to the glory days where students were enviable by those in primary and secondary schools. Tell them that there's now a government that is ready to assist them. I also want to enable us to know the number of students in the American government, so that will help us, with the database. I also want to use the opportunity to tell each and every one of you to embark on programs that will help tell the students, the younger ones, to shun vices.
In his remark, the Special Advisor of Student Affairs to the Omoma CTC Chairman Miracle Anele assured the CTC Chairman that they will work towards uniting the students of Omoma.
It has strengthened our nerves to pursue the cause which is justifiable. This is something that we've been yearning for so many years today. But today, God in His infinite mercy has presented us this opportunity on a platter of gold. What can we say but to assure you of our total loyalty and support towards your mission? We promise that everything you've told us today relative to the welfare of students of Omoma today, we're going to put in the work necessary for its achievement. We're going to make sure we revive folks and revive the student unionism. Our last appeal, that interactive session is very much important to us.
And now the CTC chairman of Emoha local government area, David Omereji, has urged Emoha people to give him a short time to fully restore electricity in the area. It follows the restoration of electricity in Ababu yesterday. Mr. Omereji made the statement while addressing some youth from the council who paid him a courtesy visit. In a statement by his chief press secretary, Chizienyi, the Emoha CTC chairman said the installation of 2 transformers is ongoing at Itu, and PHED officials are working from Elele Alemini to Obaki to fully restore electricity in all parts of the local government area. He said 3 extra transformers, 2 for Elele Alemini and 1 for Eweda, have been bought and will be installed immediately. The chairman urged them to be hopeful as the administration of Governor Siminalayi has many empowerment plans for them. He thanks the youth of Emoga for being peaceful, responding on behalf of the youth Lucky Ima Onuwule. Thanked the chairman for the restoration of electricity in some part of Emoga within his 1 month in office and pledged that the youth will be law-abiding. In other news, Meta has threatened to exit Nigeria over a $220 million fine, which the federal government sees as an attempt to influence public opinion and pressure it to reconsider the fine. Catch details in business news at 7. We go on a short commercial break. President Kamala Harris received the U.S. citizens freed in a Russian West prisoner swap in Maryland. On the news this morning, you heard Port Harcourt activists have vowed to continue the End Bad Governance protest till the last day. Senior lawyer Femi Falana has urged the government to stop mobilizing youth to disrupt protest. Wazobia FM, other journalists were attacked as protests turned violent in Kano State. Police is on red alert following the death of an officer amid violent protest. And on the foreign scene, President Biden has received the U.S. citizens freed in Russian prisoner swap. The news was edited by Constance Mega. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifenchuku Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.